Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the greatest story ever told. Where were you when Jesus died? Join us as we walk through the events of Jesus' crucifixion and death. Judas Iscariot, one of Jesus' 12 disciples, betrayed his teacher for 30 pieces of silver. A group of men came to arrest Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. They seized him and took him before the Jewish council. There he was tried, and though found innocent, was sentenced to death. Herod also had a hand in the trial, but after mocking Jesus, he sent him back to Pontius Pilate. Again, Jesus was declared innocent, but Pilate gave in to the crowd's demand that Jesus be crucified. As soldiers led Jesus away, they mocked him, scourged him, and placed a crown of thorns on his head. Then they dressed him in a purple robe and paraded him before the crowd. This was the mocking, the beating, the crowning, the mocking, the sentencing. But now it was time for carrying. Jesus was made to carry his cross, which he fell beneath the weight of. But Simon of Cyrene helped him take it to Golgotha, also called Calvary, where he was crucified between two criminals. Now let's talk about what Jesus said from the cross. As the soldiers prepared to crucify him, Jesus told them, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Then he said to the women who were weeping, "Weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children." One of the criminals who was crucified with Jesus said, "If you are the Christ, save yourself and us." But the other criminal said, "We are justly condemned, but this man has done nothing wrong." So at the last, when you have reached the place where you must die, you shall say, "Remember me, Lord, in your kingdom." And he said to him, "Truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." Then Jesus said, "I thirst," and they gave him a sponge full of vinegar. And when he had received it, he said, "It is finished." And he bowed his head and gave up his spirit into death. While Jesus was on the cross, 3 supernatural signs occurred. First, darkness covered the land from the 6th hour, that is noon, until the 9th hour, 3 hours. Second, the earth quaked. And third, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. These signs showed that the work of salvation was finished. Jesus completed his mission. He saved us. Pilate had a Roman centurion present during the crucifixion. And when the centurion saw all that had happened, he cried out, "Surely this was the Son of God." Would you agree? Surely this was the Son of God. We've reached the end of the greatest story ever told. We hope you enjoyed this retelling of the death of Jesus Christ. We'd love to hear how you think it went. If you'd like to receive more stories like this, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any new episodes. Until next time, remember, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16. See you later.